First-time commentator here, also known as
My
Mr.
heart is
back
throbbing
more
like
Danganronpa
crazy
about his
right
friend.
now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room.
Why do you have mushrooms?
Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe
You don't have
that.
mushrooms anymore.
Oh, I can't do anything. Oh, everyone do your best.
Alright.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap...
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up,
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
just as I thought,
Just as you thought?
if the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it...
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after he...
The killer returned to the scene of the crime?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's no... I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
At any rate, the solution to that problem...
Do you guys hear rumbling? I'm sorry, it's raining. I have the perfect product for you. Dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer for several questions. It's called Logic Drive. During Logic Drive, you control yourself an image within your brain. It has to reach the goal of the final destination of this synapses course. You can move sideways with the left stick and accelerate the R1 button. Use the O to brake and L1 to jump. Okay? Shoot your controls or you should go. You take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump through walls. Once you reach a certain point, you'll be branching question squares. The answer is split into different paths, so please proceed with the path and answer you think is correct. Correction questions will appear several times in the course. Please be careful. I recommend that you make good use of your brake. Ducking melts in the rest of it. Alright. Here we have a very important problem. The killer came with the evidence if you ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive in the park from the beach house? Thanks. Focus about that on the show, we'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Logic Drive. Alright. Whoa, that's weird. Jump, brake, accelerate. Okay, this is cool. Arrive at the beach house. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Alright. There we go. Whoosh. When did you leave the beach house? After Hideyoko left. Awesome. Alright. This is a cool minigame. I like this. Whoosh. Where was the killer hiding on beach house? Beach. Beach house. Awesome.
It's all coming together.
I like this minigame. That was fun.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
What's up? I'm sorry, my phone's on vibrate while I'm recording. Yes. Hear that or look? That was my mistake. Thank you, Dad. Alright, just let her know, just let me know what's up. I apologize for that, guys.
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No,
Well, that's her.
there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Yoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and...
Hey, I need to kind of answer that. They couldn't be hiding in the fridge. They'd freeze.
Crap!
But...
Crap!
Alright.
Here!
Oh, they've been hiding in there too.
Killer was probably hiding.
The closet?
After you woke up, you said you rushed it. And you probably didn't look inside the closet, right?
But the two people even hide in such a small... That's why the killer made sure to arrange a...
Inside the surfboard case. Surfboard case.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they...
Huh? But the shelf it was on... It was... Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose just because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy.
Then, the killer was close.
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
Sleepy, sleepy, get
It's
fucked
kind of
up.
like in for a penny.
Don't you mean it's always dark?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like...
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and that they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as
Seriously, nobody asked what...
there's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house.
Say whatever you want. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, oh, you shut up.
Sorry, Akane. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that...
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future. As I recall, the body discovery announced, is the killer also included? Among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well...
You don't sound very
Jeez! You're pretty... I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement, it's intended to create a fair trial.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for depending on who actually found the body. It's possible that you're 3 or...
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous...
Flexibility. So what about this time? Is it...
Jeez, fine! You want me to say...
Which means... 3... What's... Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More important...
You're the one who went on it.
We were just saying...
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, the killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But
Now that you mention it, that miss...
It's going to be all right. If you... Now, let's...
I shall explain to you a final feature of non-stop debates. You will now be able to use Truth Flashback. Hold down the triangle while the shape of the reticle will change. And it'll mark its weak spot in your position, and you'll be able to memorize it. I've been looking for this! Alright. I've been looking for this. Jesus Christ. I've been looking for that in the options menu earlier.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and... Whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around.
Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
I'm about to try that again.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply washed.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Damn it. Let me try this again.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use.
What if maybe they wore one?
If they used something.
What did they do with the bloody?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Damn it, no. I think I know what I'm doing now.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about... Maybe they wore one when they...
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with...
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would... No,
That's wrong! They could have used the ocean!
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used
something other than the shower.
The sea.
I see!
The drinks in the refrigerator.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't
I've seen through it.
Oh no, Pico! Pico, why haven't you do this to me?
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator care that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood. It's true there were in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking about one bottle drink is simply not enough. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Dang it. There we go.
We can't
Vents.
assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Sorry, Pico, you're wrong on that one.
There were water.
How many times do I have to tell you?
That was after the incident, right? But before, and the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to...
So you're saying the water bottles were gone?
It's not a fallacy. There should be evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled.
Well, when I went to the beach house a few days ago...
Then, the plastic dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand.
Hold a sec. I had to think about they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles. Either the person that...
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just...
Hold...
Is that...
Let me ask.
What's splattered on them? The killer might be that person. Wait, someone who was all wet. I need to save... Fuck. She was the only one who was all wet.
You're the only one! Pecco. Is it you?
Hey, why aren't you being quiet?
Then I should ask you this.
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. If the killer killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, but there were no towels in the beach house. And it would have taken a while for the water to fully air. So you said you went swimming so you'd have...
Don't just stay... Hold on, you bastard! You saw her
Whoa.
at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't...
Just once I passed by the diner, I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. But straight to the hotel after I saw you guys, I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone.
Not so fast! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you've met...
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's... Then how the fuck...
why are you all fired up for you?
Who cares if...
We might have an...
Huh?
Do you really? Well, if Echo is the case...
Then let's hear this alleged...
First, let's establish...
In fact, the only possibility I can think of is that opening. The small window in the
I
shower.
see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option... Well, nothing really.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is?
But what if...
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that...
Is it possible an object was used?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something...
Of course not! That would violate the...
Yep. Littering is not allowed.
Littering is prohibited. Even if...
You see? There's no way that...
No. They just have to use an Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just... You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose... I see! You don't have to throw...
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where can
Use
you
her
say
sword.
she hid it in her special place? No!
Aiming Bandit. A. No. It's not an A. O. O. No. B. B. Bamboo sword. Fuck. B. Fuck. R. No, this way. O. 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 S. I need an S. I need an S. I need an S. Fuck. I need an S. Damn it. W. Fuck. I need a W, I need a W, I need a W. There it is. R. R. D. D, 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 D. I need a D, you bitch! Boom, bamboo sword!
I got it!
Damn. Okay, that was close.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing.
Are you saying she used that?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a
Sword? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step.
Wow! Just like a...
Miss Sonia?
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but...
Well, Peko,
The panicked hawk action. Fever time. In this one on, you'll be able to use fever time by pressing R1 button. Fever time's tempo will be pushed to its max. Not all, but you won't miss during fever time either. Destroy your opponent's verbal assault. If so, it turns out, make sure it's this part, so you can get the upper hand. Every time your opponent can use fever. The don't work out with the spear telling you it's quite difficult to plus on rhythm.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool. And it would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able...
Fuyuhiko.
Shut up! Just shut up! If she used the bamboo sword... Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard?
Yes, I do.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off!
I don't care if I'm pissing you off.
Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step...
This is the end. Bamboo bag sword. Bamboo sword bag.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have... When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag. Akane said she's like it. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. Even so, how disappointing.
Hold on! You don't have any proof, got it?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Say...
She admitted to it now, right? She admits she wanted to kill her, right? Is that right? There's the one argument with those people.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Very well. If you admit...
Hold on.
Can it wait until after the vote?
This is important, and it relates to the voting.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted then. What?
So it's about that. I must say, it was for the sake...
Justice?
In order to...
Oh no.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy... There is only for the sake of protecting justice.
Oh, it's her.
Justice is what makes humans. Justice is the eternal sun. Hello! If justice... the world would immediately... I will not...
It's fine.
Justice must always be there to guide. So I must fight. This is... as the light of justice. Justice complete!
Oh my god, I'm going to scream.
The center of justice, that would be me. Now then,
What the fuck?
I don't know either.
I am in the name of Sparkling. What's going on? Everyone, Sparkling Justice is a serial killer. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be ally of justice. This mask is just like various items. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but
What the heck is this? Why is she turning out like
This
this?
is turning. Hey, take a look. This, huh? So what's your answer to my pre? This world must always be big. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what. Evil?
If you knew about that incident,
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island. Like,
then
to protect justice, of course.
What the fuck is happening?
In order to protect justice and... Holy crap!
Echo.
My true... It just shows my determination. I'm willing to become anybody to
I can't.
Yeah, we named this already. The killer in the end, there's no mistake. It was
Let's
people
go
all
over
along.
this incident.
All right. Nice. Alright, let's see. Alright.
Here's everything that happened in
I
this
did it
case.
on my first try.
The incident began this morning. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also... Kyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised... However, someone... The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a by preparing a specific item. They planned...
Notes.
That item was the letters. The letter Mahiru received told her... And the letter Hyoko received by providing different times. The killer was... Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up, and was drugged into unconscious. After putting Hyoko to sleep, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., she was completely unaware that she'd been approaching her from behind. The killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, according to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it... Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime, I'm not really sure why. My guess is... that's how the crime scene we just... However, by moving Mahiru's body, plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order. But the killer expected, instead of the shower, the killer... They used plastic water bottles. Now, we can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of it. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles, and however, they had no choice but to dispose. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific... The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had... After some time had passed, the sleeping... I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder sub, Hiyoko fled from... Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. After Hiyoko left, and placed a gummy that they brought with them to ironically, placing that gummy as well. Finally, the killer they couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the small window. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached either. The bamboo sword the killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was... And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Yama?
Boom. Get fucked.
See, and what of it? She's like, totally. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of. What are you saying? Wrong! I punished evil in the... That's no reason to condemn me. Whatever. Let's hurt... There's no way. Justice can never be killed. To protect what's most important to you. You must understand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Then I shall be direct. In order to keep justice. To keep me.
Are you serious?
It's not serious if I fall here. Now, follow your hearts of hurry and care.
Give me a break!
If we let Peko go, for the sake of grand justice. Sacrifices?
Jesus Christ. Wanakuma's still fucking asleep.
Don't worry. The justice that you give your... I can't stand her anymore. However...
Monokuma, the vote!
He finally woke up!
I heard your story! Well, now then, please, who will be chosen as the Blackened?
Why was Fukihiko so determined to protect Biko, though? Oh, probably because he asked her for the help of revenge. Well, that sucks.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me.
Continue our discussion.
Yes, but I cannot help but
Strange?
that it...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petko is really...
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast.
That makes her an enthusiast!
Honestly, it felt strange to me. There's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice. You know, Sonia describes
justice the center of justice that is pierced by that.
Has a catchphrase? So that's what it was. The serial killer and Pekka. Nice shower.
See. That's right.
The article was written in their...
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Japanese.
Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice is cut, which means the journalist and
From Spain?
What?
Wait, why did you have emoji faces? Genocide Jack.
Peko, you're not sparkling.
Or, you insist that you're Sparkling Justice.
Will you be able to do...
It appears that... However, that's end. Even if... My duty as a tool.
Uh-huh.
That mask has fulfilled...
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your vote.
Hey, you big...
I have no purpose.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool. Which...
Of course. A tool cannot do anything
I've never seen
on
her
its
spark
own.
like that except for once.
I see. I finally... What do you... I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, there is proof that establishes that fact.
Body discovery announcement.
I see! Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right.
Means the third person must have went there.
That announcement is made when it... And in this particular case, if that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi.
I see.
So that means there was...
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from... That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the...
No.
Huh?
Yes. From your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. That means I'm just a simple tool.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest
There he is.
You're the only one!
I see. Now I finally...
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game. Would you call a game like that?
And the game should have definitely turned roulette. You prove that too. No. Right.
I can prove it with
The
this!
ending prize was the cause.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister. Because whoever beat the...
What's inside? Never heard the question.
It was the envelope, right? The person who...
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That...
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Cause...
That's why I told you. As I said before, I exist as nothing more. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to. I was simply used as a tool.
Wow, I've never seen him have that face.
What's going on? Means I'm not the killer. The true killer
who use me as their weapon to kill Mahi.
What the?
I see.
No, but my young master does.
Young man?
That is the... I'm sure you realize it by now.
That's if Pecco's allegation holds up.
In that case...
Just... me?
That's nuts!
How would Pecco... Pecco is a legitimate...
That's not for you to decide. The votes have been cast.
Shit. I did pretty good. Eddie, nice.
I guess for now, let's take a quick reset.
Damn it, Monokuma. I want to see the ending. Listen, times along the way. The one who killed me is the one who was. Hold on a sec.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. It's just hesitating. No matter how hard you look at Pico's the killer.
Hey,
Why?
Hey.
Why? Well, it's obvious you're the tool. You're the freaking human being. I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. Is that what you're saying?
Just
You're
don't
wrong.
know.
There's no other people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. We only exist to be tools? What does she mean for you, Yuka? Pico and I grew up together. You two childhood friends then? Way different than that. But after I was born and invented by my parents, the Suku clan took me in.
Nothing but a tool.
Give me resist. I feel my duty as a young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged to be by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I
Damn,
must be
this is
his
stupid.
sword. That is my own. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very...
That's sad.
That is...
If you are a tool, then all the time we spent
Nothing.
together. I was ordered by young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship does not exist in this asylum. We are fellow high school students now. But to arrive in the asylum, this is what the young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
This is why you're hiding a relationship, you
No.
mean? It's not as if that we started the moment we arrived on this island. For that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me to the tool is given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I'm nothing but a tool for killing. My master intends to kill. It's only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Murray wasn't you, it was Fuyukiko?
Damn it.
Is that what this is? When I thought I beat the game, I was suddenly given these photographs. I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me.
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know my sister's dead? You're trying to confirm it with my hero, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah, I sent these photos because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. And she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too. Murray was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident happened. That's why we were even told that we were connected to it. There's no way we could accept it. You know, when Murray spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. I should plan to go to the beach with everyone. You're gonna go too, Mahiro? If you want to talk about it there, I'd be totally fine. People weren't, so you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
Sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If you need to make amends, I would, but I can't even know how.
Are you serious?
Sounds serious. I can cancel my beach trip plans for you. That's fine. The point is everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
We'll discuss how to make amends, but Hiko was the one who accepted her invitation. It should have gone too. Not convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyiko? If we can make use of the plans to be each other alone, you could easily lure Mahuru out with a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hayu.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye, that's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered, and the person that happened because of the person here. I had no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf,
so-
right? My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use the bat and the murder weapon because of the game. That's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. Kill Mario with a bat? But so I believed her up to the very last minute that the game was just a work of fiction. Even so, that bitch.
Hey.
The game actually real. Are you the one who killed Girl E?
You?
I don't want to hear about that.
But...
Your sister was killed was terrible. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about the game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still planning to find an excuse not to go through with the plan. But as she said that to me, it all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat and hid under the bench. But at that moment, the Game Master called for me and made me kill her. Huh?
Young Master, I am finished.
What?
You're saying you killed him because you were ordered to? The tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all. I don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing are different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone pretends to understand and pretends to be understood. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
I'll be quiet. Afterward, my young master planned I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to give you guys the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
So you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes? So I fell for the trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted for me, a mere tool of the killer, unaware of my young master's future.
Obviously wrong.
I think you lost has been decided yet. That should be decided already, isn't that right,
This is troubling.
I mean, all it takes about Pico being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuko is actually the killer. So you know, hold on. So Pico, Fuyuko himself is the true hope then. Because you have you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice this dude so you can protect him. You don't only go that far because you're the one and only hope. I have no hope, I'm just a tool. Even if I ask her, she's probably going to play dumb
Now
anyway.
then.
I want to ask someone, hey, Fuyuko, what do you think?
Hey.
About what? Is Pico just a tool to you? Using a tool to survive and sacrificing Pico and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
Hold on.
Let's use that to someone like that. You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right? Pico, be honest. Are you trying to protect you of your own free will?
Hey.
Can you tell me the truth? It's like she killed you on your behalf because she lied to us about acting like the killer. Are those things you do to order to? Is that the truth?
Yeah.
Yukiko? I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Pico, we're all gonna die.
Young Master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders, you just have to tell them that. Yukiko, you mentioned this before, but some situations where guys will just shorten your lifespan. Those it's Pika and Teteru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's your time to kill. You're still saying that. Of course, I'll talk about it as I want to hear if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
Don't hesitate, just please tell them the truth. You Master, you're the one who ordered me. Just did it because I told him to. Let's consider your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you still lose Pico, but if you insist you're a killer, as you said, you can sacrifice us to survive alone. Or would you rather reject Pico and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Young Master.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pekka. Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master.
Shut up!
There is no way I cannot. I am my young master's tool, without an owner.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what—
Regardless, I will not flee. I have... Please do not worry. I promise I will...
I intend to Now please, go. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with... Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget it. You better escape.
Please tell us the truth.
Sorry.
I guess I couldn't go through with it after.
Master!
I'm a disgrace.
This is actually what I have to do to survive. I just feel ashamed of myself. I mean, I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. I admit that means you're really just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool to be given to me by the Kazuku clan?
Young Master!
Oh.
This is how it turns out. Here I thought I'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointed. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no human that's meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey,
You know all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peki and Fikio discussed. Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's what you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was just an act of desperation, Pico's claim was surprisingly intriguing. You're the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Pico, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
I can fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me a chance to survive, but I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young Master!
You have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position is constantly worry about. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. We have been together since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Even
Why-
so,
I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
I am terribly sorry.
I'll not be able to serve you by your side until the very end, young
Bye.
master. Goodbye. I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. I may suffer quite, but please forgive my young master.
Please, do not cause a senseless killing such as this.
Of course. That'll do, Monokuma. Why don't you start
I
it
will
already?
never feel despair.
Just so you know, I'll never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I'm fully prepared to die.
So cool.
Should you be able to maintain composure until the very end? People who act proud of you always should shed tears of despair in the end. Let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
You have to make one final selfish
So.
request. Tell me you not to call me young master?
I want you to...
The tool people who used to stand beside you would like if you remembered that. That's it. Nikki, I don't need any tools. You did say that. But there's one minute spare. Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills,
Oh, Swordman,
kill.
pick up
Why?
Pikiyama. You stayed by my side all this time. Why didn't you
Now
get it?
then, I prepare.
I
Never need a sword or a shield.
never... You didn't...
Let's give it.
You just...
Try to need to be by yourself.
I
don't
never
want to. I just
a
wanted
tool.
you.
Young Master...
Why
Why?
can you understand? We've always been together since we were
Let's
kids.
go.
I need
Go.
you!
Oh, he was in love.
Leave me!
Young Master? Young Master!
They gonna hug? Oh. No, I don't think they get the hug. Whoa, interesting style. One woman army. This is cool looking, I'll give it that. What just happened? Did he just die? Did they both just die? Even for Yukiko? This shouldn't be allowed. That's their falling dominoes. What is this? This can't be. It's a lie, right? Pico! Yukiko!
Such a waste.
It's just the worst she is. What a waste. What a waste. She shouldn't have discussed it with me. Clash between two hubs. When pressure into something so unplayable. Still talking like that? I was wondering, aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed?
Despair.
I am pissed. Even I feel sad and helpless.
Isn't that
Still,
right?
despair is worthless. Just a light to bright shining future that awaits us. The highlight. Oh, shut up. Calling me a letter, huh? You say interesting things. Anyway, your misguided thoughts of hope should be reminded me of him. I don't understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make it a declaration. We'll definitely destroy you. Also, the host of the Ultimates here will definitely completely utterly destroy you. Won't be a standard cotton left when we're done with you. That is your future. I'm sure you're planning to say some stupid things. But I said, even Vyoku died, you know? Not yet. He's still alive.
Everyone!
You serious?
Are you serious? Yuki, go! What should we Yuki go side?
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out!
Can't you? God damn it!
You're so stupid.
You stupid brother!
What was that late back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
What the heck?
Calories just smack some you. Why do I have to burn some precious calories just saving Yakuza's gun? It's your duty to save him.
Hey!
Because it's written to school trip rules. The black and exposed in the class trial, they alone will be executed. The way Blacken gets executed, then he should be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now, but since my magic stick is taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it. I have no choice. I'm not gonna violate the living, it's me. I'll save him. Really? I can't do that all along, so I've already prepared this. Prepared? Happened, a siren began ringing out of nowhere, and so gradually closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Seriously, Monokuma? Oh my god.
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Kill.
Dr. Killgood?
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER. So,
After you said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyoko vanished within our sight. You're gonna be okay to leave you to Monokuma? Yeah, but hell, like there's any other way.
Perhaps.
It's gonna be fun. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. But he's definitely gonna come back and talk lots of smack like nothing happened. It looks like all we can do is wait. Oh, I have to wait for him. I mean, he's caused my hero's death, you know. We must put that aside since Pico is already punished, or else we will not be able to advance forward.
My tears.
There's no second chances left. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There's no other way than to move forward, like an arrow like piercing in the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess. Things are exciting to shit stir like him ain't around. Elizabeth, wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Yukiko! I don't want else to be a sacrifice. Like that Charles Call ended. We haven't seen the real ending, but we still can't see the real ending that we really wanted yet. When that finally arrives, it will be able to happen to us by then. No matter where I look, no matter what the possibilities look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. We returned to a boat floating over a rarely vast dark sea. We just left here alone. And one word could explain our situation, despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Oh no. Is that scrap metal? 15 days left! Oh fuck.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? Poor people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather. Honestly, whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them for those kids, which option is hope? But I guess there's no time to. That guy will probably take over our plan. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair and the continuation of the biggest. That cannot be allowed, even if we have to pay the ultimate price of every
everything is for the sake of a future built.
I have no idea what's going on. Well, at least now we know he survives.
Danganronpa.
Black Dragon Blade. Yes. No one's here, right? What I see now, those idiots, they can't wait to see surprise look on their dumb faces. Probably happy about it. Probably very happy already.
Ahem! Good morning!
Alright, it's just the morning again. Morning, huh? At the end, I was worried about Fuyuko that I couldn't sleep. I was suffering all those wounds. Man, even Sonya was sad. Is he really gonna live? Would we okay to leave him to Monokuma's care? Words consume my heart, both feels burdened. Then where is here? I could just lay here and do nothing. I slowly sat up in bed. I guess I should head over to the restaurant. That's right, just do it. Meet up over the restaurant and we'll discuss Monokuma afterward. Hope we're gonna find out if it's fake or not. Alright guys, that's gonna end this episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. I'll see you guys.
Darkness, right!